All right, this is a very belated interview for the winner of Season 4's third game, Scott. That was your first EPL win, second EPL win. So my apologies, man. And it's very belated. I missed the interview after the game because I was sadistically addicted to a side game that was going intense. But yeah, maybe talk about that game a little bit in brief, and then we'll talk about the rest of the season that you've had.
Had a pretty good start on the first table. What did I do? It's been a long time.
As a reminder, it was a pretty intense heads up with Troy.
The big hand at the start. Flopped a nut flush against Jared. Managed to flat call on the flop and the turn against him, and then come over the top all in on the river, and he called me to double me up, so that sort of got me going. Then the big hand before we split for a couple of tables, I had Ian and Dave both all in. I think I had jacks against an underpair from Ian and two overs from Dave, and knocked them. I think I might have even hit a set with that.
Yep.
So had a lot of chips going back to two tables, and then just sort of chipped up solidly, and yeah, had a pretty epic heads up battle against.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. I think you were all in, maybe, if I recall, half a dozen times against Troy. He had you well out chipped at certain points in the heads up, and I think he won 5 or 6 consecutive all ins.
Yeah, we had a pretty big hand, and I ended up with half a big blind, no dozen the big blind, so I had 4,000 playing 4-8. So I was all in blind, got an ace in that, doubled up to get my blind back, and yeah, doubled up about 4 or 5 times in a row, and managed to put a dagger in Troy, which was unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it was a pretty unique situation that the blinds were so high, so half a big blind, although it sounds a bit crazy, you double that up a couple of times and you actually ended up with a above average stack. So, but yeah, the look on Troy's face pretty much said it all, man. How was the car trip home afterwards?
It was pretty quiet for a little bit, but we talked it out. We didn't hug it out, but we talked it out. So.
Man, there's nothing wrong with hugging, man. Particularly when the beats come fast and furious. But we've got about half a minute left, so the rest of the season that you've had has been pretty spectacular. Lots of cashes, lots of final tables, and of course the cash at a Crown event on a Sunday. So yeah, maybe just give us a brief of your season.
Yeah, I've done pretty well at the shed. I've had 3 cashes out of 3 games at the shed. Finished third, first, and now 4th. And done no good at Troy's house. Don't like the hills at all. And Omaha was a bit of a struggle, but yeah, had that big tournament at Crown. Managed to finish 3rd in the $100 Sunday tourney and pick up a few bucks, which is pretty good. It sort of gives you a bit of belief you can play against the good players. Yeah,
no, huge props for that, man. It's not easy to beat all that large. So we'll wrap it up. But well done for the win back in 2 or 3 months ago, and also well done for the season so far.
Thanks, mate.